do this and maybe save a goat. For today's video, we are continuing to hang out by the pool. That's right, more pool party skins. Today on the docket, we have Zoe and Heimerdinger. So we're going to go through the list. I'm going to talk about why I paired these two together. Right now is your reminder that if you just care about the games, you can jump ahead with time tags. If you want to use today's list, I put the deck code in the video description along with a link to Mobalytics. But these two together, I really enjoy specifically because if you can get a Heimerdinger down, once you start making those turrets, it's a fast track to leveling Zoe up. And then all of the turrets with their different keywords are a great way to distribute keywords across your board. Now, I do want to say up front that I don't think this is necessarily a great climbing list for the ladder. Doesn't mean it's going to do terribly, but it's not something that I would say farm LP with. I think that something like Zoe Vi or the Rubens Zoo deck, if you will, is probably better positioned. But this one gives us pool party skins, and that's all of the fun. So right out of the gate, you're going to notice a lot of one-ofs, and then a lot of that was for me to help out with the leveling of Zoe and also just to fit more fun into the deck. So I got one Thermogenic Beam. I've got two Gifts from Beyond. This is because this represents a number of different cards that you can play for leveling your Zoe, right? So you play Gifts, and then you play one of the moon weapons that counts as two. It also gives you some versatility, whether it's Crescendum to find your ballistic bots, or maybe you need that lifesteal, maybe you need Calibrum. I just like the flexibility. Running 3 of on Rummage because with ballistic bots and some of the other cards that create gems or what have you, you're gonna have a lot of fodder at times that you can pitch, but because it's burst speed, when you get into those situations where Zoe's at like 7, 8, or 9 and your opponent is feeling the pressure, okay, I need to remove Zoe, and they go to do that, you can play a Rummage hopefully into, you know, 1 or 2 other burst or fast speed cards, and then she levels before she dies, and you get to keep the effect. So 3 of on Rummage, 1 of on Spacey Sketcher, and this is also a great card in conjunction with Zoe because a lot of times you can pitch the star chart to basically get the same effect, so you're spending less mana to do the same thing, and it's also a different card. So as far as leveling Zoe goes, if you've already played 1 star chart and then you play a Sketcher, that's a second card for the same effect. 1 of Spell Thief, versatility. Also, if you play this card plus whatever you find from your opponent, that helps with leveling Zoe. Obviously 3 of on Zoe because we need those sweet pool party skins. 3 of on the ballistic bot. It's a great early game body. The ignitions are a great way to give yourself fodder cards to discard. You can also just spend excess mana to poke things. A 1 ignition again just helps with leveling Zoe. Another thing is if you got a bot that sticks around for a very long time, you're going to notice at the end of this list we got a 1 of Give It All, and sometimes that can really help out your squad as well. So 3 here, 1 Guiding Touch for the healing and the cycling, 1 Iterative Improvement because this really helps with leveling Zoe, 1 Goat because it makes gems, 3 Mystic Shots because it's Mystic Shot, and right now in this meta you want Mystic Shot. 1 Pale Cascade because it cycles and it can maybe keep your Zoe alive. 1 Sparkle Fly for the post Zoe situation. Giving your entire board lifesteal and elusive is sometimes enough to win the game. It's also very rare because these are 1-ofs, but if you do happen to land Sparkle Fly on 2 into Mentor on 3, that's also a pretty big play. 1 Get Excited, 2 Hushes because Hush is still really important and powerful. Mentor again gives you gems, maybe keeps your Zoe a little bit more alive, assuming she didn't die right out of the gate. And then because we need top end, I'm kind of running the full invoke package, right? So we still got 3 ofs on the Priestess, 1 of on Bastion for keeping stuff alive, but 3 of on Fangs, 3 of Heimerdinger. The reason I'm doing the full invoke thing is because these also give you access to late game finishers, but also just more cards to trigger Heimerdinger, or in the case of Priestess here, maybe you get Written in the Stars to go find Heimerdinger, etc., etc. 3 of on Star Shaping because this is really your like main deck win con, not to say you can't do it with Heimerdinger and whatever. And then the 1 of Give It All because we've got all these turrets, we've got all of these keywords, so much going on that this Give It All can be a really splashy finisher. Now, if you're never in a position to do this, obviously this is also one of those great cards you can pitch to Rummage, for example. So this is the list. I'm going to go have some fun with it because I think that there's some neat interactions and we're going to enjoy the pool party skins. And we're going to go do that now. Interesting. Zed Tarek has a lot of potential. I think this goes, but I like the rest. If only because we get the champions that we're trying to feature. The beam lets me feel a bit more at ease because we didn't really have anything reactive. But now we'll have the Zoe. Don't really have to worry about pings. I guess Zoe in this matchup, the thing that would prevent us from leveling her would be, I guess Hush is temporary. Maybe something like Homecoming. I don't think I want to beam this goat. I think we are just taking damage from the goat. Then we find our own goat. Here, I like Traveler a lot. But again, we only have the one reactive tool at the moment, so I think it's Meteor Shower.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say.
I'm wondering if they run Ghost. Because they're taking a long time to think here. This is a Zed Tarek deck, so it's entirely possible that they run the one cost, make something elusive card. And they were contemplating using it. Because that card is actually really good to put onto Tarek, then copying over. I don't think we want to allow this. So I think we beam here.
Cracked.
And then we get rewarded with a wonderful top deck. So we take our shot. With 2 mana open, they could have plenty of things to keep this Zed alive, like a Vigor. And we're going to be taking a fair amount of damage here. Zoe's not quite where we would like her to be.
Leave or burn.
So I think we do it this way just to keep the Zed from leveling. And then we'll play our own goat. You're worried about gems here, I think. And as such, I think you have to lead with this. And that's a very good answer for them. It's a very, very good answer for them.
Without a sound.
Zoe at 6 of 10, but we are going to be very low on health. If we can get her flipped. This isn't terrible. If we can get her flipped, playing Fangs might get us back into the game.
Requires concentration.
think this is actually a pretty good opportunity to stun this Zed. So this can go here. This was actually pretty cheeky by them. I think we have to save our 3 mana for getting rid of this. So it's just a question of whether or not you want them to still have the mentor or not. And I'm not necessarily against it because we're going to clear everything else off the board. But it's only 1 more damage as well. And again, we're about to give our board lifesteal this next round. And so I think this is fine. Because she is at 8. They have 0 mana, so this should put her at 9. And then with the turn passing over, we'll have first priority to take an action, so she's as good as leveled here. Now we want to lead with the bot. Oh, and we got them to burn a Taric. That's huge. We want to lead with the bot as opposed to the Fangs, because we want both of these to get lifesteal. So they land their Taric. I guess we'll take Charger, just because it's something else we can play this round and it'll grant Overwhelm. And they both connect. Very nice for us. Gonna just do this now. It's kind of funny that our Zoe has the augment. In this instance, I think we want the Crescent Strike. I really like what this provides, but I've got a feeling that they're going to be trying to set up a combo this next round, and I don't think it'll be open attacking with these two. I could be wrong, but I feel confident we can survive an open attack. And if it's not an open attack, then the Crescent Strike should allow us to get some sort of payoff. But maybe I'm wrong. There's an early gem, so we will see. And here's a flurry. So it is in fact just going to be the open attack. Okay. I think we just sacrifice the 2. Another flurry could mean double strike, so we can't leave them unblocked. We also have some options, though. We could go for something like a retreat return play with Spell Thief. That's kind of the only thing that really stands out as far as stuff that they have played. There's a Vigor here, but even Vigor plus a Pale Cascade isn't going to be enough to save a unit. So I think for right now it's just blocks. And then we'll go ahead and develop a Heimerdinger. So they gem up Taric. because they're looking to level that bad boy. And on our end, I think what we actually want to do is see if we can go find
Answer is here somewhere.
something like Sparkle Fly, and we nailed it. So we'll go ahead and do this as well. Charger. Just thinking ahead for next round.
It's smaller than a diagram.
Wanted more bodies so that we can lead with this Sparkle Fly. And that's, again, the whole board gaining elusive and lifesteal. And there's the surrender. Zoe and Heimer getting it done. All right, let's go play another game.
Truly remarkable.
Let's go play another game. Okay. Kind of a mirror of sorts. Sure. You have to assume the first Zoe's gonna die anyway, so we might as well double up, right? See if they have the round one beam. They do. And I'm actually okay with this because a beam is pretty important, I think, in this matchup. Like, we want to save ours for Vi or other big units. So now we're going to eat a Mystic Shot, but that's okay. We're just forcing them to use it. And we didn't, so even better. I think in this matchup, you don't plan on your Zoes surviving. So if they can even just generate you a little bit of value before they bite it, I think that is important. All right, they didn't have a Mystic Shot last round. Yeah, I don't even think we fake. This is also a dilemma. Meteor Shower is more likely to get us, I think, value in this matchup. But Comet is also a really good answer for Vi. And other things later on. I think you take Comet.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
I think I just want to take the 4. We could block there to put it into Mystic Shot range, but okay. You know what? That was probably a misplay. We probably should have played the Zoe first, just to get the extra card. But again, I don't think you plan on her leveling, but that's still a misplay. Like, make no mistake about it, that's still a misplay there. I actually think I want to get Heimer down. Serpent, huh? They could still have an answer for our Zoe, but this also may just protect our Heimer. This is a lot of damage, though, with us not having like any real answer to it unless we want to lose units. I think now the time has come to chump. We still take 6. We didn't get a chance to play this, which would have made this block worthy. Yeah, I'm actually kicking myself on that ordering now, though. If I'd have known we were top decking Heimer, Heimer speeds up your ability to level Zoe pretty quickly, so
perfection. Safety disengaged. A ticket to the gun show.
Here we just wanted the
I'm doing this my way.
poke. Oh, what a shame. Because they're gonna get us with the open attack. We've got enough for a comet.
Just when I needed assistance.
We're at 5 of 10. We can maybe go 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we also have this Pale Cascade. Except we would need this to be like on a 1-drop. So that's problematic as well.
Don't determine themselves.
Let's see if we can get this to connect to make this cheaper. That'll help us out. Moon Silver actually helps us a ton.
By just 1.21 gigahexes.
So she is at 6. I don't know why I played that other than to help out him, because we're gonna have to overwrite it. I think here we grab the goat because we have not played a goat yet. So that gets us to 8. So we just do some overwriting.
Smaller than a diagram.
Works on him, works on the rest. But now we have Moon Silver into Pale Cascade, so that when she dies, we'll at least have her leveled.
Safety disengaged.
Although we don't even necessarily need to use the Moon Silver. So she's gonna level as well. Not much we can do about that. In this instance, I think we go blocks all around and we heal. I think we take Great Beyond here. So she's at 9 of 10. Kind of doesn't matter where we put this bonus. Actually, it does, right? Like we can do this and maybe save a goat. That's very relevant. And we get a surrender because Heimer was going to level as well. So that's 2 games. Had to do a little bit more thinking than I would have liked. Listen, I'm an aggro player at heart, right? I think math is for blockers, but you know, we got there. Like I said, we're just having fun, hanging around at the pool. Well, it's interesting that it's a pool party skin line, but you're really at the beach. I don't know if you can call the ocean a pool, but nonetheless, hopefully you enjoyed the video. As I said before, deck code will be in the video description. Link to Mobalytics will be in the video description. And I appreciate you. So until next time, may you walk on warm sands.